Well, daybreak on the farm. It is, as you can see, extremely foggy this morning. Can't complain, a very, very comfortable night on the farm. Absolutely lovely. I need to go home now, grab a shower and see about getting something to eat. Hungry. I love this time of day though. Just so early in the morning, just lovely. I was hoping to get a time lapse for you guys this morning of the sunrise, but yeah, you're not going to see much of a sunrise. It's one thing I really like to see is mist on the pond. Just looks really nice. Right, I'm going to take a walk to the end of the farm road. Pi's getting the scooter. Time to head on home. Well, I've just had something to eat, which is always nice. Do like that noodle shop. Such good food. And I've got to go and pick up some insoles for my shoes to help my arch, and hopefully that will solve the problem. It is a pain, and it is a painful pain at that. It's just one of those things, I've lived with it all my life. So anyway, we got a phone call last night to say that the insoles were in, so I'm just going to go to the chap's shop and check it out. No, I've never seen one like this before. No. It just sits. Yeah, it just sits there. Yeah, it doesn't go around. No have I? Okay. Lovely. At least the fella tried. That's the main thing. I'll just have to keep my eyes open. I get an awful lot of people ask me now, Graham, are you turning your channel into a motor vlog? No, it's still a life vlog, and the motorbike is part of our life. What we might do is sort of split up the channel, so have playlists, so it'll be travel, cooking and farm. Now, nothing's set in stone at this point, but Pi and I have been considering reducing the number of vlogs per week. We're actually thinking maybe one on Monday, Wednesday and then Friday. Now if we do that, we can then do a travel, cooking and then farm, and that way you guys can pick which ones you like. Now I know there's quite a few of you that are not keen on the farm at all. You'd much rather see, you know, the motorbike and travel. I know equally there's lots of you that have no interest whatsoever in the motorbike and would much rather we produced a vlog that featured nothing but the farm. And I know there's also some of you that would dearly love if it was just Pi cooking. But yeah, it's difficult. I'm sure you know you can appreciate it is extremely difficult to you know, please everybody, and in fact you never will. It's one of the things about vlogging or anything else in life. You can never please all the people all the time. You just can't. So yeah, that's what we're thinking about doing. Somebody asked me about the quails. Are you going to start farming them sort of commercially? The answer to that is I really don't know what my father-in-law is planning. He wanted to try it out, and this is going back several months ago, and it kind of got forgotten about until I saw the quails in the market the other week. So I rekindled it and brought 10 of them, as you know, and right now we've got 7 left. But I don't know what his plans are. I really don't know. He just said he wanted to give it a go, so I provided the pen and the quails. What my father-in-law does with it now, of course, is entirely up to him. Everything else on the farm, though, is just swimming along nicely. You know, the ducks are okay, and the fish are just great. I'm still hoping that the frogs are going to keep on growing and then reproduce. But again, we'll see what happens on that front. I'm afraid I'm not a farmer, and I know little to nothing about farming. I don't really have a vast interest in it. My interests generally lie in other areas, such as the vlogging and the editing and video work. Yeah, I really thoroughly enjoy it. Somebody said I thought rural life in a village would be very, very quiet regarding the neighbours. Generally, I suppose it is. I don't really know. I've lived in a couple, and I lived in a sort of a little Muslim village back in Phuket, and it was lovely there. The neighbours were just fantastic people. Seriously, you couldn't want for nicer neighbours. They were just wonderful. And the only thing I ever heard there was the mosque, and that was quite a long way down the road, so you didn't really hear. So it wasn't sort of blaring in your ear. And no, apart from that, it was deathly quiet. Here, I don't know what it is. I've not put my finger on it, but they do like to drink an awful lot of the local brew known as Lao Cow. So they do like to get drunk an awful lot, and they do like to play their music at such levels that it would wake the dead. I've not figured out why they want to do it, and it's just been announced, funny enough, that there's another party going on in the village later tonight. So it looks like it's going to be another sleepless night. Such a shame, because you know it's not a bad little place. It's pretty round here. But again, you know, we've pretty much exhausted the possibility of finding something to rent here. It's a nightmare, it really is. But you have to consider these are generations of farmers, so they built homes for themselves and their kids, and it's just passed down. You know, there are no real spare homes, if you like, to rent out. It is just the way it is. You know, if I go further afield, yes, you know, you look on some of the realtor websites and there's quite a bit of property. I did actually do another search, and I've got to say that the realtors up here, they're just a waste of space. They're worse than useless. I was looking at some properties out at Mayao, and that's the other side of Chiang Rai City, not far from the Singer Park. Absolutely stunning out there. Of course, you know, you're not that far from the city. You're only, what, sort of, you know, a few kilometres, and you would never know it. So that could be quite handy. Again, the downside to if we were to move out there would be Pi would be a long way from her parents, and Fan would have to change school. And yeah, that is the two main issues at the moment. This is another thing in the village, these big old dumper trucks, because they're road building everywhere. This is relentless, absolutely relentless. And of course, you know, I'm sitting upstairs, I'm trying to edit, and all I can hear is them roaring past every 5 minutes. It is a nightmare. Well, that's it, guys. I'm back home, and I'll close off for now. Whatever you do, have a great day. Don't forget, please subscribe, share and like. It does make a difference, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now, guys.